See these old cast stacks? See how all the pieces are gone? And the weight of this. See how that's just holding on that one piece? And now it's gone. Where's the strap man when you want one, you know what I mean? So when you're taking these off, always start from top, never from bottom. And ideally, you want several of you. Builder's not here yet, but are we going to stand? You might stand there until he comes. Worst case, it'll fall on scaffolding. Beautiful, do you know what I mean? Don't get them guns for nothing, you know what I mean, lads? Bish bash bosh. Always be safe in your work. Very, very busy today, so the waste is in for the 4-inch. That's his new home. The problem with this is underneath there's a big steel from there all the way across. So the problem is the sink, they put the sink here. They haven't thought about the waste. We can't go underneath the floor and down, because there's a big steel there. So the waste for the shower, can't put that on the floor and go out because there's a big steel there. So the problem what we've had is, this is why I like to dot first before I do my second fix, because you've got 15 mil already there. So off that wall, and this wall dotted, if only had to take 15 mil out of the breeze, and then we're going to pop it down there, come along there, tap into the bath, and then go out above the steel. And then for the shower waste, going to bang it on the floor there. And then we've took this part of the wall out. So that's the joist. As you can see, that's the joist from the shower. I'm going to drill an hole on a slant through the bottom of that joist. Then I'm going to come down through there. Then I'm going to go out, because the steel goes across there. We only can do what we can do, but I think on this occasion we're going to get away with it. Very, very lucky. Very lucky. Otherwise, I don't know what they would have done. Because you can't go out through the back of the house because there's a lean-to there. This is what I mean about planners. They just plan stuff, bang it in. What about the plumbing? You know what I mean? Bish bash bosh. Don't forget that. For the sink waste and the shower waste, we have to come along that wall, down and into this bath. So where I'm teeing it into the bath, I don't like doing this, but in this situation, it's the only thing we can do. Put an anti-vac trap on the sink, try to stop it from gurgling, but I'm going to run the waste as far away from the bath waste as possible. So I'm going to run it right to the wall there. I'm going to tee into it, make sure everything's on a nice slope. I'm going to use 1.5 inches for the sink waste all the way up to there. Then swap it to 1.25 inches. Then chances are when the water's coming out of the sink and coming down here, there's going to be plenty of it and plenty of air still in that pipe, so it's not sucking it out of the trap. The less air in the pipe, the more volume, more suction, the water will come down as a jet and it'll start sucking the water out of the bath trap. So with it being 1.5 inches, the water, the sink waste is only 1.25 inches, so chances are when it comes through, there's still going to be air in that pipe and it won't need to suck it out of the trap. But with the anti-vac trap on it, hopefully it'll suck it from that and you shouldn't get that much gurgles. But there's nothing else we can do in this situation with the steel underneath here, and there's nowhere to run as waste. So we're doing it to the best situation what we can, but we can't make miracles, and that's what people forget. Do you know what I mean? We can do it best and we can make it work, and that's it. Do you know what I mean, lads? Bish bash bosh. Beautiful. Beautiful. Just crack on. And if you are ever burying pipes in wall like this, always make sure you're using solvent well. or solvent weld never ever leaks. Only push fit ever leaks. Solvent weld, plenty of glue on it, and it'll never leak. And then if anybody ever rods it at a different time, it will never leak. Yeah. And that is what we're talking about. So that's behind the wall like that. That will get cemented over. That'll get cemented over. Heating pipes in there for the rad to come out the wall. There's a lot going on in this bathroom. That waste is going to run down there. Always make sure you clip your pipe up in the middle, because if in the long run, what can happen? It can start sagging. All the crap will collect, and it'll be no good. I've clipped it because I want it flat to wall, because bath's going in there. Don't want that sticking out. So clip on the sideways, 2 clips on there, stop it from going down. This one's going to be the bath waste. Centre of the bath waste there. That pipe will get cut off. Nice fall, nice fall. Nice fall downstairs. Straight out into the soil stack. And that's it. This bath boss, we'll screw this up with a screw. And that's it. Don't forget, like, share and follow MJC Kitchen and Bathrooms. So when they're doing a loft dormer, putting heating upstairs, this house, when they've done this house, they've run it 15 mil and then 10 mil. As you can see, this is never ever going to work. Ever going to work. So if you were doing that loft up there, and then you try to take pipe work off here to run upstairs into that loft, it would never work. Them rads would never get warm, because there's just not enough volume for the heating. That's shocking. So what I'm going to do is, this 10 mil going into this bathroom, I'm going to cap that off there. That means only these 3 rads will run off that 10 mil and that 15 mil, which that 15 mil comes up wall. I know that comes up wall because I swapped them pipes. So what I did is, when I seen that, I says to the builder, I says, we're going to have to put 22 in and bring it up here into this bathroom, and when this gets done, we're going to have to swap it from the 22 into the 15 and then into the loft, otherwise they're never going to work. So luckily the builder were happy for us to do that, otherwise this customer would have been stuck with struggling heating. So if Mark follows me in here, what I've got, these are 2 15 mil pipes. They're going to be the heating come run down here, and then what I've got underneath here, like magic, 2 22 mil pipes. They come from the boiler across. So I teed into where the boiler is, I've come up, come across, and I've left them there provisionally for the heating above. If we wouldn't have done this heating would never have worked right. They would have got a little bit warm, that would have got a little bit lukewarm, that might have got not warm. One upstairs might have got a little bit of lukewarm, and they would have had a constant, ever ready battle. Now we're going to tap into that, reduce them down straight, 15 bumps, straight up there, straight onto there. So this bathroom and the loft is going to be swilly. That one, it's got to help it because I'm taking 110 mil feed out. So I'm capping that off. So the rest of the feed's going to run to the other rads. And maybe in a later date we could take that. If they're swapping a rad in there, they're saying they want to swap it back into 15 mil, get rid of the 10 mil. And it'll be like a job in town. Don't forget to like, share and follow MJC Kitchen and Bathrooms. So what I'm doing is I'm taking this up because I found that these boards have got woodworm in it. That's because water won't go through the wall. It was behind the tile, but the wall had another surface on it, as you can see from his knockout when we were knocking out. And the water runs down, and the water has to find somewhere to go. This is what I tell people day in, day out. Numpties. Oh, I jack a ball walls just for safety. What for? This is what happens. Do you know what I mean? This is evidence. This is for all you tools out there who can't understand the basic science. No matter what happens, if you do to the wall, if water's getting through the wall, it's going somewhere. Don't matter. You're better off damaging the wall instead of damaging the joist. Let's just damage the main support of the house instead of damaging the plasterboard. You know what I mean? It drives me mad. It drives me insane. So now I need to take these out. I'm going to have to treat that joist. Then we're going to have to put this section back in. Because you can't leave it like that, otherwise it'll turn into dry rot. And then the house would fall through. But that is pure science. If water is getting through your shower, no matter what you do, it is no good. Don't matter whether you got jackaboard there. Don't matter if you got a cock ring there. Do you know what I mean? Because the water has to go somewhere. And if the water's going onto the joists are worse. Trust me. It's definitely harder to replace the joist than it is to replace a bit of wall. Bish bash bosh, don't forget like, share and follow. This is where I'm going to go down with my waste. That I'm going to have to treat first, which I put some treatment on it, and it'll kill the woodworm and dry rot and everything. Then I need a drill through there on a 45 bum, straight down there. Can you see that little gap there in that ceiling? Yeah. So I'm going to go down there. Then I'm going to come through around about here. I'm going to drop it straight down that hole, and that way we miss that metal beam, and the shower don't have to go on legs. It'll go straight onto the floor. Then I'm going to run my waste up here. I'm going to drill through the hole there, through this joist here, and we're going to tap straight onto the shower. And it'd be like a job in town. First thing is treat that, let that dry overnight. Might even treat it again if it needs it. But that, luckily, you guys can tell. Can you see that? Like on the top part there, that's really good. That's really good. If it were proper knackered, your drill bit would go through it. We're only treating it just as a precaution. Because if you left it, you would get woodworm in it or dry rot, whatever you want to call it. Once we treat it, you won't get naught in it. Big bash bosh. And there we go. We have one roof. What I do is I just put one bracelet along the middle. One brace along the middle now, and it'll be beautiful. I'll put a brace in here for wing nut when he puts his switch in, and job be good. Do you know what I mean? Big splash boss, job done. Look how tight it is there, look how much of a gap there, look how much of a gap there, look how much of a gap there. The ceiling was all over. It was like a worn out, I won't say what, do you know what I mean? Now these pieces of wood, I won't get waste these will get hammered in like that, and like that. Do you know what I mean? Bish bash bosh, job done. Yeah, hammered in like that. Don't forget to like, share and follow. And remember, you don't get no gimmicks with me, you only get true facts and fiction.